Welcome. I'm Shaun Walsh, National President of the Australian Institute of Landscape Architects. Thanks for joining us for our virtual 2020 National Landscape Architecture Awards. These awards are an opportunity for us to celebrate our national nominees and winners from all around Australia. I would firstly like to welcome you to this online event with this special welcome to country by traditional owner Shannon Ruska, descendant of the Yagara, Nunukul, Gurrumpul, Coorparoo and Yugambers people.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honour to give you a welcome to country. Some may ask, what is a welcome to country? It's not something that started 10 or 20 years ago, and event organisations and the Aboriginal people thought, hey, you know what we should do? This thing called welcome to country. No way. It began 65,000 years ago. Over 300 different Aboriginal tribes and nations, and for me, I belong to the Southeast Queensland group, which is a collective of around 4 tribes. The Yagara, the Kabi, the Yugambeh, and also the Quandamooka. In the old days, it was known as Jandawal, out there at Moreton Bay. The Kabi was from the Sunshine Coast, the Yugambeh from the Gold Coast, and Yagara right here in Brisbane City. Now, in my language for hello, we say yura, and it's a welcoming word. Another way is biki. Repeat after me, biki. Karamba. That just means g'day in our language, but a welcome to country was where you would travel with a message stick, and the message stick had carvings or paintings on, and it gave reason why your particular family was traveling from country to country. For us, once we go over the Caboolture River in the north, we had to carry these message sticks and ask for permission. If we went over the Logan River in the south, and if we went out to the Great Dividing Range near Warwick and Toowoomba, we'd have to send our messenger man. Now, each person here has a messenger man amongst their family group, and that messenger man was responsible to carry these. It had carvings or paintings on. It gave reason why your family was traveling into the country. He would take it over the creek, the rivers or the valleys and seek permission. And once granted permission, he would then be able to go back and grab his family and take them over. You'd be welcomed in by the spokespersons of the tribal groups, and then usually a smoking ceremony and a corroboree would take place to create good spirit. So hopefully tonight or during your awards, you guys get to create good spirit from being welcomed to our glorious land here in Australia. Australia is our homeland, and we should be proud of it to have welcome to country embedded in every single event. On behalf of my tribal people, I'd like to say, Yura Yura. Hello all, Yinala Ganari Bajara, you gather on our land. May God and our ancestors guide you in peace as you gather on the land of our people.
Thank you, Shannon. We sincerely thank you for welcoming us. In periods of significant society disturbance, such as the current pandemic, the continuation of organisational rituals and traditionals, like our annual awards, are more important than ever. It maintains peer support through times of emotional need. The 2020 State Chapter and National Landscape Architecture Award programs are a testimony to the devotion of our members to landscape architecture and to each other in difficult times. The entire program has been delivered under a different operating framework this year, and I'd like to thank all the State Chapter and National Jury members and AILA staff who've endured hours of Zoom meetings in the careful discussion and evaluation of entries and granting of awards to the appropriate standard. I also thank the AILA staff and members who have worked tirelessly to deliver each award ceremony in a new online format across Australia. In terms of this year's National Jury and the assessment of entries, the themes of diversity and equity were consistent. Our jury proudly comprised diverse representation across our industry and society, and the entries from different sectors, scales and modes of practice across Australia and internationally were amazingly diverse. We think the decisions that comprise this year's National Awards jury truly reflect the inherent quality of the design work, rather than its budget or a profile location. We were particularly delighted in the strong presence of the work that involved true Indigenous engagement and outcomes, work that catered to the disadvantaged or less abled in society, and with strong representation of small spaces and gardens. The award program categories, which have been refined in recent years, really do help us celebrate and reward the vast spectrum of work being created by talented landscape architects across Australia. And this annual celebration of exemplary work makes our clients proud of their investment in the better world created by landscape architects. Make sure you join our Zoom party for the intervals to hear from our winners and for some great sponsor prizes. We want to see your best Zoom background. We'd also love you to share images of you or your team set up on social media, tagging AILA National and using the hashtag AILA National Awards. Now a message from AILA's CEO, Ben Stockman.
Thanks, Shaun. First, I'd like to pay my respects to the local Indigenous Muhinina people, the traditional custodians of the land from where I'm recording. The AILA Landscape Architecture Awards program provides a key vehicle for the promotion of the achievements and work of landscape architects in Australia. The awards process is an opportunity for public and peer recognition of landscape architects' work, and to demonstrate to industry, business, government and the wider community the positive impact the profession has on Australian lives through the planning and design of great green infrastructure. This year AILA received a record number of submissions across Australia. We thank all the practices and individuals who took time to submit. It is now more important than ever to advocate for and to showcase our profession. In these COVID times, quality public space is more valued and is more valuable than it ever has been. I would also like to personally thank our national partners for making the awards program possible. Street Furniture Australia, Lawn Solutions Australia, CHRISTIE, ACO, the Built Environment Channel, and MARSH. Thank you again to all of our sponsors for making the awards program possible, and thanks to the wonderful entrants. I hope you enjoy the online format from wherever you are joining, and I look forward to seeing you at the Zoom after party. Have a great night.
AILA would like to sincerely thank the 2020 National Jury: Shaun Walsh, Naomi Barun, Garth Paterson, Sarah Bendeich, Simon Lee, Alan Kong, and Rebecca Lee.
The AILA National Awards provides recognition of exceptional practice. An award is a combination of talent, commitment, and design excellence. AILA's National Awards is based on a two-tier system. The first and highest award in each category is the Award of Excellence. There is only one winner of the award in each category in any year, and the jury is not obligated to make an Award of Excellence in a category. The second tier is the Landscape Architecture Award. This is a work of excellence demonstrating consummate skill that contributes to the advancement of landscape architecture. We'll have some special guests, that is the National Jury, announcing the Award of Excellence winners, so please stay tuned. And if you receive an Award of Excellence, you will have the opportunity to accept your award during our live Zoom intervals. Please have your phone or another device close by to accept your award. Good luck to all the national nominees. In my view, you're all winners, but the awards have to go to some. It's now time for the National Awards.
The first category to be announced today is Play Spaces, supported by Street Furniture Australia. The national nominees are the jury has awarded 3 National Landscape Architecture Awards and 1 National Award of Excellence in this category. The first 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Place Spaces goes to Paperbark Play Space, Phillips Marla and Parramatta Park and Western Sydney Parklands Trusts.
Paperbark Play Space is a beautiful playground that resolves a complex set of technical site constraints with considerable skill. Sited within Parramatta Park, the ground beneath the play space contains significant Aboriginal and European archaeological potential, making excavation and placement of subsurface footings impossible. The solution was a raised no-dig platform, which satisfies the heritage requirements, resolves access and presents an engaging, elegant and playful structure that sits lightly in the wooded landscape. Paperbark Play Space is a sensitive and popular addition to the greater park that encourages children of all ages to engage through play with the layered historical stories of the place.
The next National Landscape Architecture Award goes to Barrow Park Play Space, Ecoscape Australia.
These mounds are made of dirt. They draw in kids who want to play to the maximum in a sculptural, naturalistic landscape and provide thrill and delight to the entire community. Barrow Park Play is an authentic community playground, firmly grounded in its context that responds to the needs of locals and successfully provides a space that encourages all users to gather and participate. The area has a large number of families living in townhouses and apartments, and the resident children lacked access to the kinds of spaces where they could socialise, express themselves, and play in unstructured ways. The genius of the project was to recognise and understand this gap and proceed to undertake a collaborative design process with the local community to develop an authentic play space on an extremely limited budget and evocative natural landscapes in a confined urban space.
The next National Landscape Architecture Award in Play Spaces goes to Parawira Nature Play Space by TCL.
What at first appears to be very simple and barely there slowly reveals itself to be a thoughtful and sensitive intervention that capitalises on its natural setting of mature eucalypts to create a play experience embedded in nature and full of discovery. The Parawira Nature Play Space takes the principles of nature play to the next level, and through the insertion of sculptural elements to encounter and interact with, has created a place where the natural woodland landscape is the stage and inquisitive learning is inspired. Less can be more, and the jury recognised that this is not an easy thing to achieve. The combination of built play elements in a palette of materials that appear to be of the place and their careful siting has created an environment for exploration, imagination and wonder that is deeply connected to nature.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome Garth Paterson, one of AILA's national jury members, to announce the award.
The winner of a National Award of Excellence in Play Space is Railway Park Play by Plummer and Smith. Congratulations!
The jury celebrated the significant reworking and recrafting of the existing railway park in Byron Bay as a sensitive and purposeful collaboration between the council, the local community and the region's Aboriginal community, the Arakwal people. The new park provides a vital and beautiful outdoor community space. The landscape designers have successfully celebrated, protected, retained and repurposed the significant existing trees throughout the park. These existing trees have been seen as heroes and are now totally engaged by young and old members of the community through innovative nature and adventure play that has been intertwined with these living treasures. The design team engaged with the local Arakwal youth as co-collaborators in embedding stories and meaning into the park, which manifest throughout the park's fabric as integrated artworks.
Congratulations, and thank you to Street Furniture Australia for your support in this category. The second category to be announced today is infrastructure. The national nominees are The jury has awarded 2 National Landscape Architecture Awards and 1 National Award of Excellence in this category. The first 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Infrastructure goes to Oakland's Crossing Grade Separation Project, Aspect Studios and Cox Architecture.
At its best, active and public transport integrates railways, footpaths and cycleways. The Oakland's Crossing Grade Separation Project creates a holistic project that provides an effortless resolution to a complex tangle of infrastructure. The jury commends the design team in the significant role the landscape architect played in this public realm improvement. This leadership saw great environmental outcomes achieved through water-urban sensitive design, the planting of more than 200 new trees and the retention of the remnant Eucalyptus camaldulensis, or river redgum. The results display the potential for landscape architects to provide significant value to public infrastructure delivery.
The next National Landscape Architecture Award goes to Aerodrome Road Intersection by Hassel.
The Aerodrome Road Intersection advocates for people-orientated design in transport projects, embodying an interesting combination of both civic and infrastructural qualities. The value of landscape architects is exemplified with an outcome that supports wayfinding for pedestrians, extends Maroochydor's green network, and celebrates the experience of walking with a generous and rhythmic planting strategy. The jury commends the initiative taken by the team in its close collaborative approach with the engineers, local council, and community stakeholders to provide a holistic outcome and activated city hub while also meeting its traffic objectives.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome Naomi Barun, one of AILA's national jury members, to announce the award.
The winner of the National Award of Excellence in Infrastructure is Eastern Region Trails Strategy, Fitzgerald Frisbee Landscape Architecture. Congratulations.
The Eastern Regional Trails Strategy is a brilliant document that establishes priority linking projects across multiple local government areas with a view toward an interconnected shared trail network. It is an exemplary guiding document that will underpin the development of a cohesive trail network in Melbourne's Outer East by equipping decision makers with tools to advocate for investment in open space infrastructure. The strategy is underpinned by a comprehensive research and audit process and demonstrates excellent leadership by the landscape architect in stakeholder engagement and management. Congratulations!
The next category to be announced is Small Projects. The national nominees are The jury has awarded 3 National Landscape Architecture Awards and 1 National Award of Excellence in this category. The first 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Small Projects goes to RMIT Building 100 Pedestrian Improvements by Openwork.
This project, commissioned to keep a prominent public space safe from hostile vehicle attack, is about the horrifying side of contemporary society. But the RMIT Building 100 Pedestrian Improvements project turns this dynamic on its head and turns potential terror into a place that actually protects and nurtures public gatherings, not with bollards, but through a beautifully articulated urban solution. The improvement not only serves the purpose of preventing undesired vehicular activity, but also enhances the experience of pedestrian progression through space. The resulting intervention is an object of wonder, an intriguing retrofit punctuation of a space that provides an appropriate adjunct to the adjoining architecture.
The second National Landscape Architecture Award goes to First Avenue Reserve, City of Marion.
The jury commends the City of Marion for a thoughtful and sensitive design process for a local playground upgrade that empowered the community. The partnership with multiple groups, including the Myerna Kamunka Men's Group and Migrant Women's Group, gave local artists the chance to upskill and contribute to the play space of their community's children. In return, local students worked together with the council's landscape architects to develop concepts for the park's art sculptures and learned the value of giving back to their community. This collaboration between different generations from a variety of cultural backgrounds struck the jury as much as the finished play area, with its distinctive timber elements. This project demonstrates the critical role of engagement in producing a legacy undefined by project budgets.
The next National Landscape Architecture Award goes to System Garden Rainforest Boardwalk by SBLA Studio.
Providing access to a somewhat mysterious space within the University of Melbourne's Parkville campus, the System Garden Rainforest Boardwalk uses a light touch and outstanding detailing to make the insertion into the landscape appear effortless. It solves complex site issues in a visually simple and economical way, with its site-responsive raised path of steel mesh, which makes this space more inviting and usable, improving definition and protection. It allows opportunities for a myriad of unusual plants to be seen up close, while keeping them free from the impact of human footsteps.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome Sarah Bendeich, one of AILA's national jury members, to announce the award.
The winner of a National Award of Excellence in Small Projects is Marn Pool Amenities and Rubra Seals Swimming Clubhouse by Sue Barnsley Design. Congratulations.
Marn Pool Amenities is a simple yet memorable and poetic project which speaks of profound respect for its sublime coastal surrounds. A seamless physical and visual connection is inserted, joining the clubhouse with the Maroubra rock pool beyond. The forms are skillfully considered and precisely executed, mirroring and blending with the ground below and cliff-top forms beyond. Disciplined and confident, the outcome appears almost effortless, giving the insertion permission to be part of something bigger and making this project incredibly special. Congratulations.
The next category to be announced is Gardens, supported by Lawn Solutions Australia. The national nominees are The jury has awarded 4 National Landscape Architecture Awards and 1 National Award of Excellence in this category. The first 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Gardens goes to Clifftop Garden by Jane Irwin Landscape Architecture.
Clifftop Garden offers the profession a front-seat masterclass in design crafting, plant appreciation, garden placemaking, and unique site understanding. The jury found the garden timeless in its appreciation and use of endemic plant material, and admired the creative reuse of site-derived sandstone waste materials. Ultimately, the garden just fits into the cliff site, the adjacent new house, and unique exposed context. The garden is quiet and subtle, and does not shout out, "Look at me," which is not often the case on sites as significant as this clifftop position.
The next National Landscape Architecture Award goes to Nightingale 2.0 by SBLA Studio and Rebecca White.
The Nightingale 2.0 gardens demonstrate a different approach to rooftop and vertical gardens through the use of native plants that are suited to the microclimates created by built form. The project draws from naturally occurring landscape systems that parallel the microclimatic condition and explores alternative plants to those typically found in urban environments. The rooftop gardens provide a beautiful backdrop to the communal spaces of the development, while the vertical garden delivers an enchanting cascade of staghorns that welcomes residents and visitors on their arrival.
The next National Landscape Architecture Award goes to Domich by James Birrell Design Lab.
The Domich Landscape Garden merges the architecture of this house with its spectacular coastal setting. A garden project such as this has the potential to polarise opinions. It is an intensely developed and very large budget project, located in close proximity to Noosa National Park. These values are seen in juxtaposition many times around the Australian coastline, and in this case, against a very demanding site yield. It is apparent that the landscape architect and architect have worked together to achieve a garden that blurs the interface of site landscape and building, garden as architecture, and architecture as garden. The project embraces the local flora and allows itself to be sculptured and engulfed by the forms and vegetation of Sunshine Beach. The project exhibits technical aspects of environmental sustainability. However, its ultimate achievement will be the way in which the developing garden will further soften and envelop the building.
The last National Landscape Architecture Award in this category goes to 320 George Street by Fiona Harrison and Simon Ellis Landscape Architects.
In this project, the ugly becomes habitable through the skill of the landscape architect. The project is both striking and serene, and illustrates how ordinary spaces, in this instance, the garden of a 1960s era block of 6 apartments, can be transformed into something exceptional. This delightful, well-executed garden negotiates the complexities of private, common and public spaces, with a continuous series of intimate spaces featuring considered detailing, sensitive reuse of materials and a lush planting palette. It demonstrates the breadth of the landscape architecture profession to bring joy to the world and, in this case, improve the amenity of a less than optimal residential complex. This award acknowledges the change that landscape architects can accomplish at any project scale.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome Alan Kong, one of AILA's national jury members, to announce the award.
The winner of a National Award of Excellence in Gardens is Arcadia Apartments by Oculus. Congratulations.
The Arcadia Apartments project illustrates the role the garden can play in connecting residents to their place, its history, and importantly, to each other. The landscape architecture practice has shown great thought leadership in the design and realisation of a productive, human-centric, high-performing garden in high-density urban living. A fantastic asset for the residents and the surrounding neighbourhood. The high-quality, environmentally sensitive materials and exceptional planting palette demonstrate the value and contribution of such high-performing private spaces to the overall dialogue of landscape architecture.
Congratulations, and thank you to Lawn Solutions Australia for your support in this category.
The people who created Sir Walter are revolutionising the turf industry. Lawn Solutions Australia. Aussie turf farmers creating beautiful greener environments across our country. Guaranteed premium turf varieties, lawn solution centres, advice and lawn care products. Lawn Solutions Australia, setting new standards in turf.
Please now join us for a 10-minute Zoom interval to hear from our Award of Excellence winners. The Zoom link is in the comments section on this YouTube page. The next category to be announced is Parks and Open Space, supported by Street Furniture Australia. The national nominees are The jury has awarded 4 National Landscape Architecture Awards. The first 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Parks and Open Space goes to Sunvale Community Park, Brimbank City Council.
Sunvale Community Park represents the rebirth of the old Sunvale Primary School into a vital community asset. The new park was the outcome of a collaboration with the council and the community, creating a shared vision and ultimately a series of wonderful, unpretentious park uses and elements that have been adapted by users of all ages and social and cultural backgrounds. Effective water harvesting via a 100,000 litre underground tank and reuse of this critical resource enables year-round green lawns for ball games.
The second 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award goes to Julia Reserve Youth Park by JMD Design.
Julia Reserve Youth Park is a wonderfully vibrant, multi-generational park for the growing Oran Park community. It capitalises on its key pedestrian and bicycle connections to the adjacent community centre, shopping centre, schools and residential areas. The jury loved the project's positioning of active youth spaces at the centre of the community and its recognition of this demographic as an important part of the fabric of Oran Park. The design was commended for achieving a delicate balance not only between stakeholder demands, a wide variety of activities and user group needs, but also with the ecological conditions of the land. The sensitive integration of detention basins and rain gardens responds to the quality of stormwater entering Julia Creek further downstream and is celebrated as part of the design strategy. These multi-layered narratives advocate for the foundations of landscape architecture as a profession that integrates social, economic and ecological perspectives.
The next 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award goes to Minda Coast Park by Oxygen.
Minda Coast Park is an exemplar coastal development project that focuses on its environment, culture and community. The project successfully implements a critical missing link in a 70-kilometre long shared use path along Adelaide's coast. The built outcome is beautiful yet functional, providing an accessible environmental scheme overlaid with cultural and environmental interpretation. The ongoing management and care of the coastal environment will continue to benefit the community as the project matures.
The final 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in this category goes to Duralia Square by Oculus.
This project is an example of a former brownfield site done right, reflecting the contemporary needs of a densifying population while providing strong links to the site's natural and industrial past. Duralia Square is a well-considered piece of recreational and social infrastructure that provides much-needed open space for a new community. This contemporary park establishes a strong sense of place and is welcoming and accessible to all, with spaces and diverse activities that cater to different ages and cultures. The highly collaborative approach led by the landscape architects has produced a multi-layered place. The site's historical and ecological connection with water is at the fore, beautifully represented and detailed through a practical, dynamic and playful water element. Technical challenges have been deftly handled and materials thoughtfully selected in this well-crafted project that is set to receive new layers of meaning as its community develops around it.
Congratulations, and thank you to Street Furniture Australia for your support in this category. The next category to be announced is Cultural Heritage. The national nominees are The jury has awarded 1 National Landscape Architecture Award and 1 National Award of Excellence in this category. The 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Cultural Heritage goes to University of Western Australia Cultural Heritage Mapping, UDLA.
This is an important piece of work that not only reveals and maps the cultural heritage of the University of Western Australia's Crawley campus, but also provides a framework for future campus development based on redefining our preconceptions and our Western approach to seeing the landscape. The depth of thinking, the approach to consultation, engagement and collaboration, and the leadership demonstrated by the landscape architects impressed the jury. The cross-cultural, living spatial knowledge that was revealed was guided and directed by Wudjuk Noongar elders and leaders in recognition of the importance of first asking traditional custodians who have the authority and respect to speak for country. The resultant mapping is beautifully presented through a richly layered artwork representing the shared knowledge and stories of the Crawley area. The University of Western Australia should also be commended for its vision of a place of learning on country.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome Simon Lee, one of AILA's national jury members, to announce the award.
The winner of a National Award of Excellence in Cultural Heritage is North Gardens Sculpture Park Landscape Master Plan, Ballarat, by Mandy Nicholson, Tarangol Art, Glenn Romanis and Isabel Tatum. Congratulations.
Deep listening has enabled this project's landscape team to produce a strong and genuine consultation process with traditional custodians. The landscape master plan for this park in Ballarat, Victoria, is remarkable for its significant and in-depth analysis of the cultural values and knowledge of the landscape on the edge of Lake Wendouree. The master plan reframes the ambitions and aspirations of a number of Western practices, in particular, sustainability, replacing them with the Wadawurrung concepts of nurturing, healing, learning, sharing, and cultural relationship building. The project demonstrates how strategies for landscape change can be generated by and with traditional custodians, how they can be grounded in a deep understanding of country, and how they can create ripples of effect beyond the immediate scope of the project. Congratulations!
The next category to be announced is Health and Education Landscape, supported by CHRISTIE. The national nominees are The jury has awarded 1 National Landscape Architecture Award and 1 National Award of Excellence in this category. The 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Health and Education Landscape goes to Paringa Park Primary School, Peter Semple Landscape Architects.
The beautiful outcome represented by the Paringa Primary School Stage 1 project demonstrates what effective, meaningful and engaging collaboration between the landscape architect, students and teachers can achieve with a modest budget. Simple and practical analysis of the school's heat and acoustic map informed the design process and enabled a direct heat and noise reduction in the final design. This small project represents a collaborative and inspired approach to the design of creative nature-based play with long-lasting and resilient results for the whole school community.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome Ben Stockwin, the CEO of the Australian Institute of Landscape Architects, to announce the award.
The winner of a National Award of Excellence in Health and Education Landscape is Lian Nung Niwa Cultural Wellbeing Centre, Bayamba, Buru, Yarrawu, Mudmap Studio. Congratulations.
This project is exceptional for its engagement in an open and frankly difficult discussion about how the notions of country and strong cultural connection can remain in a highly altered landscape. Understanding what Lian or well-being means to the local Yawuru community was the crux of a project that sensitively integrates story, people and place. Most importantly, this was achieved in a manner explicitly informed by Yawuru people in order to facilitate healing and reconciliation. The project is commended for its recognition of local artists, cultural advisors and elders as paid experts in their field to design and construct the rich history of their proud community. The Lian Nyan Nyirwa Cultural Wellbeing Centre is a landscape that captures the essence of Lian in Yawuru life, from family, community and country, to culture, language and history.
Congratulations, and thank you to CHRISTIE for your support in this category. The next category to be announced is International. The national nominees are The jury has awarded 3 National Landscape Architecture Awards and 1 National Award of Excellence in this category. The first 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in International goes to Dragonskin River, the Ecological Spine of Xi'an by Gossamer.
Dragonskin River is an ambitious plan that combines the site's history of traditional architecture, the Silk Road merchant trade and agricultural innovation with contemporary environmental science and systems approach. The multi-layered response creates a new interface between the Jing River and the future 2 million residents of Jingyi City, acting as both remediation of past environmental mistakes and a new world-class waterfront for the greater Xi'an region. The river is respected as an entity of flux rather than a hard line of water to be contained. Employing traditional land management techniques and interpretation of local typologies, a soft, intermediary landscape of wetlands, mounding earth, and carving channels allows the river to expand and contract while mitigating the socio-economic impacts of flooding. This project expands the field of landscape architecture to inform patterns of urban development that not only considers social and economic perspectives, but also is innovative, ecological, and systems-based.
The next 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award goes to Singita Kwitonda Lodge, Rwanda, by Context Landscape Architecture.
The Singita Kwitonda Lodge is situated in northwest Rwanda, at the foothills of the Volcanoes National Park, the natural habitat of the critically endangered mountain gorilla. The lodge is intended to attract sustainable tourism investment in order to diversify the economy and partner in the protection of the country's natural and cultural assets. The lodge is built and operated to the highest level of sustainability, and the landscape architect has achieved an outcome that speaks of the place and excels in integrated water management and use of endemic plants to reforest the landscape. A permanent plant nursery grows stock to supply the ongoing reforestation and produce to supply the lodge. A suite of design elements maximises locally available materials and draws on the skill set of the local workforce.
The last 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in the category of International goes to Loop, Pioneering Community Consultation for Shanghai's Laneways, by Gossamer.
This project highlights the critical role the landscape architect plays in developing collaborative relationships through which the beauty of the everyday can be celebrated. It delivers urban regeneration through micro-destinations, engaging with the intricacies and complexity of local culture and lifestyle. In proposing a series of community-driven strategies that celebrate China's unique cultural identity and historical architecture, it offers a new approach to the modernisation of Shanghai through a place-based approach.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome back Sarah Bendeich.
The winner of a National Award of Excellence in the category of International is Feng River Park by GVL Gossamer. Congratulations!
Feng River Park in Xixian New City, China, is a significant achievement in open space and environmental planning, design and delivery. At first glance, this park is to be experienced, a strolling garden on a grand scale, filled with lush, formal plantings, poetic gestures and lyrical moments that weave together environmental, historic, cultural and economic meaning. Underlying the intensely Instagrammable scenes are ecological systems to clean the air, filter the water and allow the riparian zone to heal, with diverse birdlife returning to the Feng River. Congratulations!
The next category to be announced is Community Contribution, supported by MARSH. The national nominees are The jury has awarded 2 National Landscape Architecture Awards and 1 National Award of Excellence in this category. The first 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Community Contribution goes to The Living Pavilion by Clean Air and Urban Landscape Hub.
The Living Pavilion existed, like a good conversation, for only a moment in time. However, its influence may extend beyond its physical manifestation. The fleeting but memorable provocation was a temporary event space at the University of Melbourne for the 2019 Climb Art Festival. The methods and programming invited public interaction and imagining of alternative futures and pasts for the site. A transdisciplinary effort, the Living Pavilion revealed the cultural significance and hidden ecologies of the university's Parkville campus. Data capture from the exhibition should provide aspirational next steps for future development. demonstrating that ecological expression can provide immediate, measurable benefits to human health.
The next 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award goes to St Joseph's Nature Play Master Plan by Ecoscape Australia.
This master plan provides an authentic and engaging design outcome for a school in the geographically isolated town of Kununurra, Western Australia. Despite its preliminary stage, the project exemplifies the role of the landscape architect in collaborative and culturally sensitive partnerships. Recognising that the school was the future of the community, the design team consulted with major stakeholder groups, including the Miramadawong Wulabgaring Language and Culture Centre and Warrangari Aboriginal Arts Centre, and as a result, the final design is rich in its cultural connectivity. The master plan builds on the existing school curriculum and fosters continued learning of the Mirawong language through outdoor classrooms, language posts and artworks. The contribution to the wider community is significant, building greater community involvement with St Joseph's and the continued preservation of the culture and language of the Mirawong people, of which fewer than 20 fluent speakers remain.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome Shaun Walsh, National Jury Chair, to announce the award.
The winner of the National Award of Excellence in Community Contribution is Marama Healing Space and Dance Ground by Marama Cultural Council in partnership with the Sydney Olympic Park Authority. Congratulations.
The Marama Healing Space and Dance Ground provides long overdue recognition of the need for dedicated places for Indigenous communities to gather and participate in cultural and spiritual activities. The project demonstrates excellence in collaboration both in its co-creation and through its ongoing use as a hub for local, regional and international Indigenous arts, and a place of knowledge sharing and the celebration of cultural values. This is a project that delivers beyond its physical manifestation, providing opportunities for cultural revival, shared learning and social benefit, as well as bringing new knowledge to the landscape architecture profession through its co-creation process.
Congratulations, and thank you to MARSH for your support in this category. Please now join us for a 10-minute Zoom interval to hear from our Award of Excellence winners. The Zoom link is in the comments section on this YouTube page. The next category to be announced is tourism. The national nominees are The jury has awarded one National Landscape Architecture Award. The 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Tourism goes to Mindera Plaza, South Perth Foreshore by Place Laboratory.
An iconic gateway destination into the heart of South Perth, Mindera Plaza is a modern revitalisation of the riverfront. The playful sculptures weave local narratives into the foreshore, linking to the nearby Perth Zoo while enticing visitors into a whimsical Instagram moment in the era of social media. The meerkat sculptures are an absolute delight. The integration into Men's Street with feature lighting ensures activation of the plaza night and day. A boost for local businesses. Congratulations!
The next category to be announced is land management. The national nominees are The jury has awarded one National Landscape Architecture Award and one National Award of Excellence in this category. The 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Land Management goes to Your Parramatta Park 2030 Conservation Management Plan and Plan of Management, Parramatta Park Trust.
Your Parramatta Park is about the future of green space for our growing cities. The significant site is a complex piece of open space that consists of remnant Cumberland Plain woodland, the Parramatta River and its creeks, open grasslands, sporting fields and heritage structures. There is a sense of leadership and passion from the leading team at the Trust, and this plan effectively balances the many themes and needs to bring them together harmoniously. The extensive understanding of site from a multitude of disciplines and cultures informs a rich, responding strategy. The plan provides the opportunity to preserve history and a platform for learning to manage the anticipated future needs. Your Parramatta Park is a beautifully presented document that has been well thought out to be accessible to a broad audience.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome back Garth Paterson.
The winner of a National Award of Excellence in Land Management is Small Creek Naturalisation, Stages 1 and 2 by Landscapeology and Bly Tanner. Congratulations.
Small Creek Naturalisation is an exemplary project in how to return a concrete drain back to a living waterway. The naturalisation of the creek has restored and given back to the community far more than a concrete drain would have achieved. This hard-working project demonstrates how much value landscape architecture can have on the urban system when working towards ecological solutions. The result extends beyond the primary objective of stormwater and water quality to deliver environmental benefits including wildlife habitat, urban heat reduction, active transport link. The jury commended the co-design process with wholehearted community engagement, including the Design Your Creek program, to ensure local residents will continue to be the custodians of the creek for many years to come. This innovative and forward-thinking project shows how waterways should be managed. Congratulations!
The next category to be announced is Research, Policy and Communications, supported by Built Environment Channel. The national nominees are The jury has awarded 2 National Landscape Architecture Awards and 1 National Award of Excellence in this category. The first 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Research, Policy and Communications goes to Contemporary Art and the Transformation of Space into Place by Harris Hobbs Landscapes.
How contemporary art transforms space into place. This was the central research question explored through the inaugural iteration of the Public Art Biennial Contour 556, a case study for Neil Hobbs' PhD research project. The event sought to change the public's perception of space by using temporary art installations to highlight the key design principles of Lake Burley Griffin. Artists and landscape architect worked together so installations could play and interact with the physical, cultural and historic landscape. Audience responses were documented, revealing that through engaging with the art, their interpretation and experience of the landscape was altered. This thoroughly researched project successfully demonstrated public art can impact on people's reading and memory of place. Importantly, for the profession, it has revealed that a careful, landscape architecture-driven approach to siting works and performances can enhance the public's appreciation and reading of a designed place.
The next 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award goes to Sunshine Coast Design, Strategy and Book, Sunshine Coast Council.
The Sunshine Coast Design Strategy establishes a simple set of design principles to guide a new era of place-based decision-making in a fast-growing region. Far from being a dry technical guide or a ubiquitous vision, this work puts place and landscape at the centre of the dialogue, concerning how the Sunshine Coast will grow well. The communication methods and advocacy built into this project signal an exciting new direction for landscape architects as advocates for place-led design within our communities, Australia-wide.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome back Alan Kong.
The winner of a National Award of Excellence in Research, Policy and Communications is Report on Culturally Appropriate First Nations Consultation with Barkindji Maljanggappa Nation by Jock Gilbert and Sophia Pearce, RMIT University, Landscape Architecture Discipline. Congratulations.
This comprehensive report on the process and findings of consultation undertaken with the Barkindji Maljanggappa Nation for the development of water resource plans in New South Wales describes an innovative, culturally appropriate methodology for consultation, providing valuable insights for future consultation with First Nations people. Landscape architect Jock Gilbert and Barkindji anthropologist Sophia Pearce, as Kulpa Madida, aim to present the Barkindji Maljanggappa Nation's objectives and outcomes for the management of water, based on consultation in communities in Wentworth, Menindee, Broken Hill, Burke and Wilcannia. This is a region where water resources are essential to community, environmental, spiritual and cultural well-being. To quote the report, as custodians of the Barka, the Darling River, Barkindji Maljanggappa people take their custodianship extremely seriously, feeling a sense of responsibility for all people on their country and in neighbouring nations. Their worldview integrates elements of people, place and country, placing water in an interconnected relationship with all things. The innovative methodology to formulate thematic categories representative of Barkindji Maljanggappa Nation perspectives is an excellent achievement. The jury felt that this report may provide a beacon of hope in future consultation processes.
Congratulations, and thank you to Built Environment Channel for your support in this category.
The Built Environment Channel is a free streaming service specifically for built environment professionals. You'll receive a dedicated screen in your office on which will broadcast industry news, your own content and lots of design inspiration too.
The next category to be announced is Landscape Planning. The national nominees are The jury has awarded 3 National Landscape Architecture Awards and 1 National Award of Excellence in this category. The first 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Landscape Planning goes to Darwin Civic and State Square Master Plan by TCL with Tropo.
Darwin Civic and State Square Master Plan demonstrates an exemplary, place-specific approach to revitalising a cultural centre. The use of local and traditional knowledge results in a sensitive approach to both contemporary and ancient cultures. Heat mitigation research guides the creation of a series of spaces that locals and visitors will be able to use throughout Darwin's dry and wet seasons.
The next 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award goes to Urban Tree Canopy Cover Study Gold Coast by Arup.
This urban tree cover study is a modern-day call to action, a practical guide to combating climate change. The City of Gold Coast and the project consultants have created an accessible and well-written plan that outlines the current tree canopy in the Gold Coast and delivers practical metrics and methods for maintaining and improving the urban tree canopy and reducing urban heat island effects for the future of the region.
The next 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award goes to Maribyrnong Waterfront, IWM by Realm Studios.
The jury was impressed by the rigorous approach and innovative reimagining of blue-green infrastructure, demonstrated in the Maribyrnong Waterfront IWM. It is rare to find a project that embraces both the destructive and beautiful elements of water, while maximising its social and ecological opportunities. Using nature-based climate adaptation solutions to create new hydrological, biological and social ecosystems. The Maribyrnong Waterfront IWM is a flagship example of how cities can deal with stormwater management, as well as add unique social, cultural and natural values to increase livability for their residents.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome back Naomi Barun.
The winner of the National Award of Excellence in Landscape Planning is Siting and Design Guidelines for Structures on the Victorian Coast by Realm Studios. Congratulations.
Siting and Design Guidelines for Structures on the Victorian Coast is a compelling, accessible and important planning document that promises to lead to more sensitively designed and placed structures in Victoria's special coastal landscapes, through raising design literacy and knowledge of place. In this landscape-led document, coastal forms are the evocative starting point. From there, principles for sensitive environmental design responses are unpacked and illustrated. The photography and use of precedent skillfully communicate what might otherwise have been a dry planning document, resulting in an aspirational publication that will be a joy to use. Congratulations!
The next category to be announced is Urban Design. The national nominees are The jury has awarded 2 National Landscape Architecture Awards and 1 National Award of Excellence in this category. The first 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Urban Design goes to the Rocks Laneway, UDLA.
The Rocks Laneway transforms Geraldton with its ephemeral sense of place. It performs its primary function of connection between the foreshore and the key attractions of the city, and then goes on to play in the space of past memory and future potential. Light and shade, inside and outside, building and non-building. Overall, the project is a valuable incision in the city centre, delivered with a high level of competence and imagination, as well as a commitment to public consultation. It is a meaningful and engaging urban space.
The next 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award goes to South Everleigh Youth Space by Convic.
The South Everleigh Youth Space celebrates younger people using the space for recreation while actively embracing the previous industrial uses associated with the Everleigh Railway workshops. The space does not fit the typical typology of a skate park or action sports zone. The designers have incorporated existing trees into a series of plaza spaces and introduced numerous multi-purpose elements inspired by the railways that are used by passive and active users of the public realm. Lights are turned out at 10 p.m, ready for the next day.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome back Ben Stockwin.
The winner of a National Award of Excellence in Urban Design is Central Park Public Domain by Turf Design Studio with Jep Agard Anderson. Congratulations.
Central Park Public Domain is a significant legacy project. A distinctive and richly layered urban landscape set to be enjoyed by Sydney-siders for years to come. This new collection of spaces, in its scale and arrangement, materiality, historic references, and pedestrian connectivity, deftly stitches new uses and forms together with the old city fabric and the memories it evokes. The outcome is a celebration of the public realm, reflecting this project's careful execution from master plan through to staged delivery. Congratulations!
The next category to be announced is Civic Landscape. The national nominees are The jury has awarded one National Landscape Architecture Award and one National Award of Excellence in this category. The 2020 National Landscape Architecture Award in Civic Landscape goes to Brunswick Town Hall Precinct Streetscape Upgrade, Moreland City Council.
This project sets the standard for what local streetscapes and community spaces should represent across Australia. The use of technology showed great innovation and enabled strong community engagement via simple and effective communication, allowing for a deep collaboration. Textured finishes and gorgeous rain gardens help create a timeless project that considers both social and environmental results. The social connectivity of the space creates an inviting and welcoming community space. This project demonstrates how beautiful outcomes can be delivered with restraint and a limited budget.
The final award in this category is an Award of Excellence. Please welcome back Simon Lee.
The winner of a National Award of Excellence in Civic Landscape is The Garden of Cloud and Stone by Jane Irwin Landscape Architecture. Congratulations.
The Garden of Cloud and Stone has resolved a technically complex urban site with a lyrical, poetically modern and local interpretation of Chinese Buddhist and Taoist philosophies. The jury recognised the high-level thinking and research that went into developing the design and were impressed by the collaborative approach that allowed for a seamless space with a strong design narrative. Jane Irwin Landscape Architecture has used all the tools in the kit to unravel the parameters and needs of Sydney's Chinatown, allowing the design solution to flow. The result is an elegant and cleverly curated place for the community to successfully boost local business and creating places for the community to enjoy. Put simply, the Garden of Cloud and Stone resonates.
Congratulations to all the national winners and nominees. Please now join us for a Zoom interval to hear from our Award of Excellence winners. The Zoom link is in the comments section on this YouTube page. The last award to be announced today is the National President's Award.
The AILA President's Award recognises outstanding individual contribution to the profession, to AILA, and to the practice of landscape architecture or urban design. The President's Award is not an annual award, but awarded on merit. This year, I have chosen to give the President's Award as a joint award to the dedicated team of AILA staff. I want to congratulate personally the following staff members who have stood by us during our AILA CEO transition and more recently the COVID pandemic and have ensured business as usual innovation on every part of our platform. The award goes to Ben Stockwin, Carmen Williams, Catherine Horner, Gemma Fisher, Georgiana Love, Georgina Schreier, Kay Hall, Lucy Sheaves, Marnie Bignell, Martha Delphus, Melanie West, Nicole McHugh, Sally Bolton, Tanel Leithley, Tessa Faulkner. You are all winners of the National President's Award. That concludes the 2020 AILA National Architecture Awards. Congratulations to the winners and nominees. A special thanks to the National Jury for volunteering their time to award this year's winners, and thank you to everyone for joining us this afternoon for this special online event. But don't go anywhere. Make sure you join us in the Zoom after party to socialise and to hear from our last group of Award of Excellence winners. See you all soon.